Why? And if you can think of several reasons why your preacher said that we pray, or that your pastor says why we pray, well, then let me ask you, has it become so important to you because of what they have said that every day when you wake up, you make sure that you do that, just as sure as you brush your teeth, just as sure as you fix your hair, or take medicine, or drink water, or eat food? Just as sure as you do those things for a purpose, is it that important to you that you say, you know what, as sure as I'm going to drink water this morning and eat breakfast, or as sure as I'm going to brush my teeth and take care of my body, I'm going to make sure that I pray? Is it that important to you? I know you can name things that your preacher said, or name things that your family member said, a grandmother said, a mother said, someone in your life who practices this. You can name things that they say, but do you do them? Is it so important that you do it daily? Is it so important that you do it several times during the day, that you keep it on your mind? Or is it something that you do because, well, just in case I die today, I want to feel okay to myself that I did talk to God? Or something before you go to sleep because, you know, I'm about to go into the unknown here. I'm about to go to sleep. I want to make sure that, you know, everything's okay with me in case something bad happens during the night and I'm not conscious. What is your reasoning? Ask yourself that. I think this is so important that you come to grips right now with why it is that you pray. Why do you talk to God? Or are you not? Do you have something that you like to say are the reasons why, but you don't follow them? Why is it that when it comes time for prayer, we don't seem to be able to make time for it? Why is it that when you go to whatever church that you go to, you have all of these meetings, but when you go you may not even go to a Tuesday night service or a Monday night service that is a prayer night service. You see it on the program or a bulletin or whatever it is that you have at your church, or you hear people talk about it. Yeah, we're having prayer service. But you've never ever came into that service. Or maybe you came once or twice and there was very few people. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't entertaining to you. And so you quit going. Why? Why? And if prayer, you can say to yourself, well, prayer is very important. It is a very important thing that we do. Why is it that we do so little of it? Prayer is so important that Jesus said there were two things that he really focused on. To love thy neighbor as thyself, to love the Lord thy God first, with all of thy strength, with all of thy mind, with everything you have, you're supposed to love the Lord. And the second thing he said, love thy neighbor as thyself. Pray for them. You're supposed to pray for them. Are we doing that? Why? What has happened to us? There is a reason why we don't do it. And it's something that I've talked about several times when it comes down to what religion doesn't give you, but the kingdom does. And its results. We don't get the results that we're wanting. We do it for a little while, but then when nothing happens, we give it up. It's kind of like putting money in a machine that's unplugged, and we put it in there, and we hit the button, but our money doesn't come back to us, and we don't get the product we want. But we continue to put money in it. You only do that a few times, won't you? Oh, this machine must be broken. I've put money in here several times. I pushed the button. It ain't telling me nothing. I've tried to get my money back. It ain't giving me my money back. I'm going to quit using the machine. We do that. I have done that. I've gotten so fed up with trying to pray and trying to get results, and instead of seeking out for a while, instead of seeking out for what it is that's not right in my life, What's not connected? What's not plugged in? What am I not doing right that's keeping these things from my prayers from being answered? I want you to pay attention to this message. We're going to be going over, it's going to be a several part series about prayer, because I study this because I have to have it alive in my life. I have to have it working in my life because I understand how important prayer is in my life. So let's study this a little bit. Prayer is such an important thing that no matter what religion you're under, no matter what deity you serve, they pray. Muslims pray. Hindu pray. People in Catholicism pray. People in all different aspects of Christianity, they pray. People in every area of the world, no matter where they're from, they pray. There is something that they do to pray. There's a deity, there's a God that they pray to. It has been recorded through history. Everyone has prayed. You know, I've got a friend one time that he professes himself as an atheist, but I remember a time in his life where he told me he tried praying. It is so inside of us, a call to pray to someone that has power over our situation, that can make changes in our life, that can help us with something. That everyone has tried it at some time or another in their life. It's so in us that we can't help but to think about it, for it to come about in our lives, for us to think about it. Even if we don't believe in God, we do something when we're by ourselves that questions, would this matter? And maybe we come up with something and we call it something totally different, but we talk and we ask for things to happen. It is so important. So what is the reason why? You as a believer in God, why do you pray? As someone that is a kingdom citizen, if you serve the Lord, why is it that you pray? Let's answer some of these questions. We've got to find this out. You know, I look at Islam and Muslims. Every single day, they pray. Not only once, but 5 times they pray. They have 5 times that they pray during the day. In the city of Mecca, or in the place that's Mecca, they I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. I need to look that part up. But it's a place called Mecca, and it's in Saudi Arabia, and it is the most important place to Islam. It is the number one important place to all Muslims. It's a tall black cube that they believe was a structure that Abraham built. And they cover it up with this veil, and there's actually a door to it that they open, I think, a couple times a year, and they go into there just to clean. But it is so important that 5 times a day, people get down and they pray. Once in a Muslim's life, they're supposed to go to this place, to Mecca. They're supposed to go there if they can. And it is a very important place. Now, at that time of prayer during the day, everyone that is around that place, they all get down and they all face towards Mecca. Now, those that are in any mosque in the entire world, any mosque, they know where Mecca is. They know where the coordinates are. They know what direction. Based on where they are, they know which direction they are supposed to face in order to face towards Mecca.